So welcome back to my channel and another vlog which I haven't done for a while, but we are going away and so I thought I'd take you with us. We're going to Center Parcs. We do this every year with my sister-in-law and her husband Sarah and Paul. Just a nice cheap beginning of the year getaway just for the adults. We leave the kids at home, which when they were younger they were totally unhappy with that idea, and then we just have some time, just us, which we really enjoy doing. Now it's funny because David and I went to the gym this morning because we know we're not going to be able to go to the gym this week while we're away, although we've got lots of running planned, and that's what we've just been talking about is our plan for the week. David's still marathon training for Manchester, so I think he'll be going into week 4 or week 5 of his marathon training, so that still has to happen even though we're at Center Parcs. But it got us talking about whether if you've got a detailed exercise plan and sort of a strict regime that you stick to during the week, what do you do in holiday time? So do you see holiday time as a holiday from work and normal life and exercise? Or do you see the fact that you're on holiday gives you the opportunity to do more of the exercise, more time to do exercise that you want to do? And that's a really interesting idea. And I think my concept is that I struggle to be able to fit in exercise when I want to, different times of the day. I have to get up at silly o'clock to make sure that I get it done. And actually having time off gives me the opportunity to be able to do the exercise that I want to do when I want to do it. So it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts, pop them in the comments below, of what you do on holiday time when it comes to exercise. Anyway, we are going to head off. We are going to the Center Parcs at Elveden this time. Usually we go to Woburn, but we're off to Elveden, so I will take you along with us. So we have arrived, it's about 1 o'clock, so we are just going to go and do a little bit of exploring because we can't get into our room until 4 o'clock now. So we have booked one of the apartments, like the hotel rooms. We paid £329 for a Monday to Friday trip. Obviously that doesn't include any food, and we also went for a room that doesn't have a kitchen. You can pay about £50 extra and you have one that's got like a little kitchenette, but we're on holiday so we're just going to eat out. So we are going to go and have a little explore. We'll show you around our accommodation when we're allowed in and we'll take you along with us. So it's 4 o'clock and we are now allowed in our accommodation. So we are staying, like I said, in the waterfront lodges, which I think are fairly new to Elveden. We have stayed in a hotel at Woburn before, so I think the concept is pretty similar. So we have got these wristbands that we are using to access our accommodation, and I'm just going to take you through a quick tour. So we're just going to use the wristband to open the lock, and then that takes us inside the accommodation. So this is slightly different to the Woburn rooms, although the layout is very similar. So as we walk in, we have an individual toilet, which is perfect, and then we come through to sort of an open plan sink area, bathroom area, vanity area, plenty of towels. There's a hairdryer, bits and pieces there, and then we've got a really large shower inside here, and then heated towel rail as well. That then takes us through to full-length mirror, which is very handy, and then into the bedroom area. So this is much larger than where we stayed in Woburn. We've got double wardrobe, again with mirrors, which is great. I think the safe is located inside here. It is. So plenty of space to hang things, and shelves and drawers as well. And then from there, this space around our bed is definitely much bigger than Woburn. So we've got our double bed there with bedside tables, plenty of plugs, light switches, and then just a sort of open window through to the bathroom. And then on the other side of the room, we have got a desk area with TV. There's a mini fridge in there. I think there's a DVD player as well. Tea and coffee making facilities, wine glasses and mugs for tea and coffee. And then just a table there with 2 chairs that you can sit at. We are in the waterfront, like I said, apartment, and we have got a cabin that is overlooking the park. So out on the cabin here, we've got a table and 2 chairs. There's some lighting there, which is a nice space, and then we are overlooking the park. The other side of this hotel is overlooking the lake. We have a feeling though, because we haven't booked a waterfront, we haven't booked a kitchen apartment, those might be the ones that are overlooking the water. But this is still really stunning. All the Christmas lights are still up in January, which is great. So super comfy, everything that you need. Yeah, we're happy. We're now going to unpack. So it's Tuesday morning. We've had our first night here at Elveden Center Parcs. Yesterday when we arrived, we came up, unpacked, and then we went down to the sports bar just to have a few drinks and something to eat. We've had a good night's sleep, and now we are up with the lines of trainers behind me for our run. So I'm going to go running with my sister-in-law Sarah, who is doing a 10k training plan. So we are probably going to do about 40 minutes of running, I think, and David has got day 1 of his week 4?
No, week 6.
Week 6 of the marathon training plan. On day 1, he's got to go and find a hill. So he's got to do a mile jog, warm up, then he's got to find a hill, and he's got to run hard up the hill for 2 minutes and then come back down. He's got to do that for 4 miles and then a 4-mile jog. So now is going to be the test of what hills there are at Elveden Center Parcs. But anyway, he's going to find something, put some effort into it. We will then get ourselves a well-earned coffee from Starbucks, and we then don't have any plans for today. So probably a nice long walk to shake off the legs, and then a bit of a chill and some dinner tonight. So run is done, went really well. I think it was the furthest that Sarah had run, and she did incredible, and her pace was spot on. So we're really pleased with that. David did great, found a good hill, up and down it. And now we are showered and we have come to a sports bar for breakfast. And then for the rest of today, after we've had breakfast, we are going to go off for a long walk. Elveden is, I think, one of the largest sites of Center Parcs. We usually go to Oban, which, although it's really convenient, and the way that it's laid out is really convenient, you do feel like you're on a little bit of a compound, and so trying to get any sort of long run or walk in is near on impossible. And so now we've been able to do not only a long run, but we're going to go off and do a long walk to burn off a little bit of breakfast and then get ready for this evening. I think we're going to go for cocktails and food at Las Iguanas, where they have got really cool robot waiters, which we saw last time we were here. So I will, if we do go there, then I will show you those. So nice active day, but also indulging a little bit in things that we wouldn't do normally. Just enjoying that we've got this time off, like I was saying before, where we are able to indulge in our fitness things at the times that we want to, and not worrying about fitting it in around a normal full-time job, but also doing a little bit of indulging as well, drinking a little bit of wine and eating some nice food. And actually, as a side note to that, I was talking about this to Sarah when we went for our run this morning. Running or walking somewhere, as soon as you arrive there, is like the most amazing way to get to know a place. A couple of years ago, we went to Bournemouth for a holiday, and the first morning, David and I woke up and we went for a long run. And it was amazing, because by the time we got back to the accommodation, we had sort of worked out where all the places were to go and grab a coffee, nice restaurants, places to go for walks later. And so really within the first 12 hours of being at that location, we'd sort of sussed out all the places to go and sort of got the gist of our surroundings, which is really great. And so although taking a holiday might mean taking a holiday from exercise, going out for those runs makes you explore the place and find your bearings much faster, which is what we've done today as well, doing that in Elveden. So definitely top tip for going on holiday, and if you want to still do your exercising, is another bonus is that you get your bearings much quicker. So we are in Las Iguanas for some dinner. We're watching the robots who seem to be malfunctioning pretty swiftly. We've ordered our starters, we've got our main courses coming, glasses of wine and some cocktails. Good morning, it is Wednesday and David and I are just getting ready to do a 6-mile easy paced run to start off the day. So last night we ate in Las Iguanas. Food was nice, service wasn't amazing. Obviously you saw some clips of the robots, which is sort of a quirky little addition that they've got. But the food was nice, and then we mooched around for a little bit, and then we had a bit of an early night. We brought a bottle of wine back to the room and some snacks, and we just watch some TV. So today is a 6-mile run. Today we have got our yearly Olympics with the Sheridans. So we are going to take part in a few different sort of sporting activities to retain our title of Gold Star best ever winners. So that is the plan for today, but for starters, 6 mile run and then Starbucks for a rewarding coffee. It's a gorgeous morning. It's Thursday, blue sky above the trees. So yesterday we did our yearly Olympics. We had a fair amount of wine, so I'm not even too sure how that went or if there was a winner, but we'll just say that it was us because it's us every year anyway. So this morning David is off for a tempo run as part of his training, and I'm going out with Sarah. We've got 35 minutes on her plan to run for, so it's going to be a bit of a shakeout run really, or I'm going to use it as that because we did 6 miles yesterday and ran the day before and a long run on Sunday, so my legs are feeling a little bit broken, so we're just going to take it steady. And then today we have got boozy lunch, which we always do on the Thursday because we will be leaving tomorrow. So we've decided to go to Bella Italia for that. So I'm looking forward to chilled afternoon after getting some exercise done. And yeah, Forest is looking very pretty this morning. So to round off, we had a fantastic time once again exploring Center Parcs. Like I said earlier on in the video, we visited Elveden this time as opposed to usually going to Woburn, which is sort of the closest one to us. Woburn, we really enjoy the convenience of how the layout is. However, it's not so good for sort of maintaining your exercise program because it's much smaller campus than Elveden. So we thought that we'd try somewhere different. And it really did pay off. Elveden is set over a much vaster space. You feel like you're much more sort of involved in the forest, and I guess Woburn will feel like that later on as it continues to mature because it is their newest site. I think it was a really interesting concept really to look at going away and how we view that time away from our usual life, and whether we view that in having the ability to really enjoy all the things that we like to do outside of work without the time constraints of work. And that's really what we found, was that you know, David's got a really intense training plan that really couldn't warrant a week off, but incorporating that into our time off made our holiday far more enjoyable. It enabled us to find our way around the park really nice and easily. It kept us active even when we were indulging more than we would have in food and drink and bits and pieces. But also the big part for me was being able to exercise at a time that really suited me. I think I said very early on in this vlog that I have to, as most people do, fit their exercise routine around working and other commitments that need to come first. And so often I am up when it's dark, definitely in the winter, and exercising way before 6 o'clock in the morning, or my options are to do that in the evening, and I'm definitely not an evening person, so the only option is for the morning. And so it was really nice to wake up naturally, perhaps have a coffee before going out for a run or exercising, and I really enjoyed that. Even the day that we left, we'd gone to the gym beforehand, and rather than just do the gym routine and quickly get out, I was able to do some thorough stretching afterwards and just enjoy that time, knowing that there was no time commitment on the other side. So as we always say, we all just need to retire so that we can do all of the active things that we want to do. But while that isn't an option, it was really great on holiday to utilise that ability to still work out, fulfil training plans, explore, but do it in a timely manner that suited us at the time, which was really great. So we really enjoyed that. So generally our review of Center Parcs, like I said at the start of this, we do this every year. It is a very inexpensive to stay holiday for us that we really look forward to doing sort of January, February time. It sort of blows the cobwebs away, gives us something to look forward to in those dark, dreary months. And like I said, I think we booked for, you know, less than £300 for the week, which was really good value. The only thing I'd say is when you're staying in the hotel, particularly if you're staying in one that doesn't have a kitchen, you are sort of at the mercy of Center Parcs and their restaurants and eating there. And we have noticed over the last couple of years that the prices of that has increased quite dramatically. We generally would have breakfast out, really lovely breakfast in the sports bar, but on the rest of the days we actually went to Café Rouge for breakfast, which was £1 cheaper and a little bit more of a posh breakfast. So I would definitely recommend going to Café Rouge for your full English breakfast in the morning. We generally then wouldn't do anything for lunch and then we'd eat in the evening. Drinks are quite expensive, so I think really once you're there they've got you a little bit, but you are on holiday, and we chose not to have a kitchen because we definitely don't want to do any cooking. So we are aware of that when we go, but I think we were slightly more aware of the cost this time. So it's something to be mindful of. Even though it seems like a cheap break to stay, you are going to spend a fair amount of money on food and drink while you're there. All the restaurants that we ate in were really lovely. We did the sports bar for a couple of the evenings, so that's quite chilled. Not a load of choice on the menu, but things like loaded fries, little small plates that you can share, and then burgers, fish and chips, etc. We did Las Iguanas on the second night. I think I said earlier the food was really lovely. Service wasn't so great, even though they had those robot waiters, but nice cocktails and nice atmosphere. We also did Bella Italia for our boozy lunch, which was nice. What you'd expect, pizza, pasta, etc., which was lovely. And the sports here were really good. They had a whole area of glow in the dark. I think you saw table tennis and pool. We did bowling as well, which was lots of fun, and they had glow in the dark tennis and badminton courts as well in the evening. They've got all the climbing wall, the outside activities. We didn't go into the pool this time. We've done that plenty of times and we always do that with the kids, but that wasn't really on our radar today. And I do know that the spa has recently opened after a revamp as well, so that looked really nice. Although we didn't go in, it looked really nice. We didn't have any trouble booking the restaurants for lunch or for dinner. The park did seem really busy, but I think because we're just a set of 4 adults going, we aren't too worried about what time we eat, and those with younger children often want to get in earlier. So I think that if you are travelling with younger children, that might be something that you want to consider, is getting your tables booked, particularly I think if you're going over a weekend, whereas we were Monday to Friday. Now, I have done a far more detailed vlog of staying at Center Parcs, which you are able to watch just here. This really was a vlog that was looking at visiting somewhere and how our usual exercise routine can fit in amongst that while we're still having fun, still structuring our exercise into our daily life while we're away, and how that works, and really then contemplating how we view time off and how we can view that differently to get perhaps something more out of our holiday than just indulging, perhaps. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you have any questions, please pop them down in the comments below and I will answer them straight away. I will very much look forward to seeing you on my next video.